Cancer, welcome to your Sunday Shuffle. Like always, these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may or may not resonate. So take what resonates, leave it as not. All right, what's going on, please, for the Cancer Collective? Show me Cancer. What's going on, please, for the Cancer Collective? Show me Cancer. All right, what's going on? Knights of Pentacles. That's different for you. Knights of Pentacles, slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Nine of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. The Moon. Okay. Okay. You either got some secrets knocking around or not all is yet revealed to you. Cancer's like, secrets? What? Yeah. But Nine of Swords, there's stress attached to you. Ace of Pentacles can be a brand new offer, and what I could not say, pre-existing offer, ongoing offer. I want this, I don't want this. The Moon. I don't know. It's interesting. You might have some very strong Earth components in your chart. We also have a little bit of Pisces here. But let's see what you're doing. Let's see where you are headed with that Knight of Pentacles. We're thinking about something to do with that realistic world energy, honey. You know? And where are you going? It might be slow. I don't care. I just want to know where you're going. And is it where you want to go? And if not, well, how do we fix that? Let's see that Knight of Pentacles. Show me that Knight of Pentacles, please. Show me that Knight of Pentacles. Show me that Knight of Pentacles. Show me that Knight of Pentacles, please. Ten of Wands. That's slow. Three of Swords. The Lovers. Dude. Ouch. Owie. Owie, 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 owie. That's a big owie. I know. You're going to be pissed off with me. That's cool. I'm used to it. Everybody shoots the messenger, even though we say don't do that. So that's the first thing people do. If you can believe it, it's not a challenge. It's not a slap in the face. It's just what you're doing as far as I can see it, as best I can describe it. You, despite the difficulty, despite the bullshit and the pain, and this is going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. That Knight of Pentacles, he makes lots of pit stops. He's not known for making good time. Okay? He's not. He's that guy. He's like, I'm going to make a pit stop every, hour on the journey. And then he hangs out at the diner or the local coffee shop for a couple of hours on a 20-hour journey. But hey, he gets to where he's going to go. And hopefully he had a good journey. But my point is, no matter how slow and how seemingly preposterous it might be, you're headed back towards a very strong connection. And just the motivation I can't see. I have no idea what the motivation is. You may not either. That's how slow it's going. But when it arrives, it arrives. If I were to take a crack at the motivation, it was because there's unresolved pain here between you and somebody. And it's a very strong connection. I don't make light of it. The Lovers, I never do. I'm very used to seeing this stuff attached to the Lover's Guide. There's 1,001 reasons why we have pain in the heart from a very strong connection. There's so many reasons why. And typically, the stronger the connection and the stronger the pain, the motivation to connect with it, fix it, try to understand it better so we can understand ourselves better, that typically goes up too. So it might take a while, but eventually we get back to it. Typically because there's still pain in there. And what will come of it, I don't know. But you are slowly but surely headed in that direction, despite all the difficulty, bare minimum, associated with the connection. It's still going at a certain pace. Okay? It's slow. And the stress here about that offer, maybe. What's that look like? And how long you've already been in play with this, the Knight of Pentacles, slowly but surely moving in that direction, I don't know. Okay. But there is the idea of there's an arrival. Let's take a look. Show me that Nine of Swords. 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 Seven of Cups, the Five of Wands, Death. Ooh. There's stress. It's stress of the fear, not the actual happenstance. You're showing me phenomenal stress around fear. If I approach this, will they reject me? It's a reasonable fear. Let's get that out of the way right now. Listen to me. Listen to me. It's a reasonable fear. It's normal. You're showing me perfectly normal emotional distress. It is emotional distress, but it's also normal emotional distress. It's times like these where we wish we could just go like that to our strong connections and be like, if they were a friend, they'd be ex-friend and then it'd be done. I ain't gonna worry about it. If them. I know. And that's why they're not a friend. We might have treated them like a friend in the real world. I don't know what your two background noise is. I'm just seeing your energy where it is smack today. What's been leading you up to this? Past orientation is past orientation. You guys already know your story. And that's if it relates to you. We're afraid. We're afraid. Okay, this is normal. Like I said, stress. I'm afraid to open up towards this, even if it's. What if they're angry? What if they don't even give me a shot at all? What if there is no answer? What if there is no nothing? So that's a lot of right? So you got to figure out, honey, game time. Do you want to do this? This is not a guarantee, honey. This is your fear. Fears have a way of hijacking. It came from the mind. No matter how slow, because you're ask yourself, why are you moving this direction at all? Why? No matter how slow. Why? Why are you thinking about putting something forward at all? Okay? Is it just so you can be hurt? Or is it because there's something in you that you need to do? That you need to say? That you need... Remember, what was the big 80s movie? Say Anything? Right? Peter Gabriel, In Your Eyes, the whole thing with the speaker. Say anything. Say something. You know? And it's so powerful because it's so true. It's so true. And sometimes we don't have the words. We want the words and we have a drive and we don't know why we have a drive and we don't have fucking words to explain why we have the drive, and that's typically those complicated connections. So again, I'm stressing upon you, what you're experiencing is normal. You have been slowly drifting back towards this direction, and the idea of you doing something scares the hell out of you, mostly because it's like, what if they reject me? What if they don't hear what I have to say? What if they argue? What if they fight? What if they're pissed off? But there's also something here that says if I address this, it might kill the fighting. It might put an end to the fighting within you and in this connection. You got a lot of what ifs knocking around in there. Seven of Cups is not for the faint of heart. Mostly it's a bullshit card from somebody who doesn't know their feelings. And yours is kind of like, if I open up my feelings towards this, then the what ifs flow. What if this? What if that? And then there's one small cup in there. What if, though, this stops the fighting between us, or the tension, or the bad feeling? Bad blood, whatever it is. What ifs. Oh, don't we love the what if games, honey? Half of fucking tarot is what if, you know? Let's see. Let's see what you do. Let's see what you do. Ace of Pentacles, there it is. I'm not saying, but anybody coming forward, let's get this out of the way because this is really pissing me off. The just low-level thinking and feeling that people have. If I come forward, it's an admission of fault on my part. Wrong. 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 It pisses me off because I have to take 5-10 steps back for people who have that low-function thinking and that bullshit pride. Well, if I come forward, it's admission of fault and I can't do that. That's not the Cancer I'm looking at. The Cancer I'm looking at is genuinely wants to do this, heading in this direction. They conflicted as to why. They can see a part of this as being hopeful and taking away the bad energy between you two. But there's also a huge fear of rejection. So that tells me it's important to you. You're not thinking about pride and how is it going to be interpreted or misinterpreted. I'm sure it's crossed your mind. But that's not it. Sometimes when it comes to these strong connections, you just got to do what you need to do. So let's see if you do it. Like I said, honey, if they were just a friend, or if they were cousin Billy, you know, it's like, okay, well, I'll see that guy at Thanksgiving, and that's good enough for me. It's like for those people who go to church once a year, and they're like, that's good. Yeah, those are those friends that we could, that's pretty straightforward. Those are those acquaintances or family members that were like, okay. But these kinds, they're not so easily dismissed. They're not supposed to be. They're meant to be impactful. A pain in the ass. Oh, you got a beautiful pain in the ass in there too. But nevertheless, it's kind of like saying, yeah, but it's my pain in the ass, you know? And you're saying this one is absolutely yours. So you keep coming back to it. Can we fix that pain in the ass, you know? Let's take a look. I'm smiling because it feels... I feel like I understand the frequency. Let's put it that way. There it is again. Aww. Aww. Yay. Kids are yay. I don't mean that in a mocking way. It's very, I'm glad you got through it. You got through it. You came out the other side and you are successful. You are successful. They're Knight of Pentacles. He's deployed and he is successful, I'm happy to say. There they are again. They're showing up in a more manageable form as the Six of Cups. Like, I know you. I know you. We know each other. And whatever that offer is, sincerity is what counts here, guys. I don't know what this is, but the Knight, as you see, carries it. So again, he's deploying it. Whatever that pentacle is to you can come in the form of communication, a gift, a consideration. I don't know. It's just real world. That's all I got. Okay? But I know it's important to you. Look at all the background noise that led you up to it. And here's the deployment of it, and it's extremely successful. Look at that. What's interesting is this Ten of Pentacles. So the Six of Cups, I know you're soul bonded to this person. Duh. Okay, but in the real world, you two are actually very founded. Strongly so. Now, it could be, don't get me wrong, that you share an environment, and it's just reflecting that. In other words, you two are very close in terms of proximity, or you have overlapping values in terms of community work, personal finances, business, aptitude for family, career, blah, blah, blah. It's very extensive. Some of you have very strong core principles, but in juxtaposition to the Knight of Pentacles, the success of his deployment, the Six of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, what you two are showing me ultimately with these together is that you two are actually very emotionally loyal to each other. It's established. It's been established. There's time in here. There's so much time in here. We're talking, you've known this person over 10 years. And you may not know them like inside out. You may not know their favorite color. You may not know. It's deeper than that. But you're also showing me a devotion to the time. There's an emotional loyalty here I can't quite describe. But it's a flavor that if you've ever experienced it, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like saying, not that I just know you, but you're kind of built into my world. You're built into my foundation in some way that suggests long-standing familiarity. And it's success. I'm seeing the successful deploy. It's looking like it's being well greeted. But that was interesting. That was interesting. It was a unique little feature. There's emotional... So whatever it is worked, honey. Sincerity pays. You can't... Sincerity pays. So I understand all your background noise and the frustration and the fear. It's all reasonable. Okay, it's all reasonable. All right? Let's keep going. I'm very impressed with that. Good job. Good job. I don't know what you said or did, but it worked. Now, what it worked looks like in terms of the long term, I don't know. Will you get to have your lover for the long term? I couldn't say. But I think what we were looking at here today, guys, was in the interest of bare minimum. Your hope, your only real motivation I saw, once we got past the fear, was to at least kill the bad energy between us. I think that's really what you were shooting for. That's it. That's the closest I saw to motivation. I just want to kill the bad feeling between us, if nothing else. That's it. Anything else after that? I don't know. I'm looking at a very practical... I've put a lot of thought and energy into this Cancer. Cancer may not be your son. You have a huge respect for the reality energy here. Real respect's real, as I often say, and you're approaching this with a very real respect, and I think they're giving you the real back. So you two are connected in that way. Real respect's real. You show up with your real, I'll show up with my real, that kind of thing. That's what I'm getting. Now, the moon here is the most, it's just everything else is great. Yay, you can't say that. I mean that. I love that. It's beautiful. If you guys could see it through my eyes or experience it the way I do intuitively, you'd understand why. Let's see that moon, please. Now, this is what I'm actually curious about. Either not all is yet known, or there's still some secret stuff knocking around. What's going on with that? Show me the moon, please. Show me the moon. Ooh, nice little crack there. Awesome. All right. Oh. Sorry, that came out twice. The two cards came out at the same time. Okay. The moon. Oh, don't make me cry. God dang it. You haven't done that and make me cry in months, and you're really only the sign that does it. Don't make me fucking cry, Cancer. I don't have time for that. I don't have time for it. Make me get my Scorpio out. I don't have time for it. Don't argue with me. All right. That doesn't work, does it? Not with feelings. No, that's me right there. I'm a big squish. Yeah, try to be hard on the outside. I don't always succeed in that. You know, you're Cancer. All right, so there we have the moon. It's a secret, like low key. I was wondering what the motivation was. I saw a little bit. I thought I saw one cup out of the many cups that you were kind of afraid of, but one that constituted motivation. It's just kill the bad vibes between us, if nothing else. And you didn't expect anything else. Everything else, real respect, real. You were very practical up until that point. And then it's like, there's the moon. What's up with that? Ten of Swords, the Four of Wands, the Queen of Cups. Under our moon space, there's, I think, is your real motivation. I don't know how aware of it you are, but something to think about. You don't want this relationship to end. It speaks to your heart, as one would surmise. The connection. Honey, we just, when I see stuff like this, there are good chances that you will separate from this person at some point. Inevitably. You have to. It's just, unless you find a way to, you two fully get to accept each other, then you get to keep your lover. That's usually the rules. Okay. And this is your way of accepting or saying yes to your lover in your own way, in your own time, because it feels right to you. And the idea is that they'll accept me again or love me again. Because I think under your moon here, that's all you wanted. You wanted the love of this person's heart back in relationship. And it hurts you that it ended. And it hurts that for some reason you equate this person very strongly with an emotional relationship that perhaps you've never had before, you've never found before. But there's a comfort in this person's heart that I want you to take a deeper reflection at. It's under your moon. I was looking for your motivation. I think this is actually it. I respect killing the bad blood. I get that. I do. I completely respect that. I understand your process. I said it was perfectly normal. It is. But here I think lies your real motivation. The theory that this relationship was over. You don't want that. This person's heart space is extremely attractive to you in terms of love. You want the relationship of love behind this. That tells me that love's missing in your real world, or you love this person more than we understand. Or that, I should say, you understand. You're in there too. You know, and when this ended, it hurts your heart in ways perhaps you did not see or expect. You know, just because we can have these strong connections doesn't mean we know absolutely what the hell they mean. On the contrary, it takes time. That's why I see breakage in these kind of connections all the time. It takes time to understand these things, what they mean to us. And sometimes, bless us, we got to learn it the hard way because we're stubborn, stupid little creatures. We always think we know what's up. I know what's up. Turns out we don't. Not always. No. When I say good for you, that's where it stops, is at the moon. Like I said, after that I could not say. But your motivation, I think that's really it. You want your heart back. You associate this person with a relationship of love, bare minimum. It's like you want it back. So, I'm looking at that guy that we see in the movies, those overhyped romantic movies. I gotta get my girl back. That's what's going on, but at the emotional level. I suppose you could say. I gotta get him back, you know, the other way around. I gotta get my girl back. I gotta get my guy back. That's it. So that's all I got for that. But real respect's real. I like that. It's very good, Cancer. That's why you made me go, okay. Shut up. Stop it. I don't got time for that. Oh, honey, for love, there's always time. It's for love you make the time. That's it. End of story. Okay. Meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. Yeah, I saw that. Some of you might have some very sharp Pisces in your chart, or you've just shown me again that time to reflect and balance on all this. And while the fear is there, so too is the reward shows up sharply in the real world. And, you know, there you go. Communication is key. So for some of you, that pentacle represents the communication, especially if it's been absent for a while. We're talking months or longer. Absence of communication. For some of you, it's been a full... For some of you, it's been a full year. The pentacle represents, roughly translated, a full calendar year. And it shows up 3 times. It could be a year to more since we've last talked to this person. Communication is key. Okay. I don't want to get lost in that. There's so much symbology in tarot, honey. But it did I did see it, yes. Yeah, there we go. A fiery climax approaches. This is the full moon in Aries. Yeah. Oh, gotta wrap it up. Okay. Oh, there's that harshness. Yeah. This guy. Okay, so Scorpio energy here. I mean, I didn't really need to point it out, but that's here as well. October, reaping the particular harvest now. It could be a representation of the timing being now or close, thereabouts, harvest time, so that would carry over into November. October, November, harvest, representation of Scorpio, death, but it's what we call temporary death, especially with these higher level connections. Like I said, breakage is normal. We can confuse it with an ending at the time. But if it needs to come back around, it's because it needs to come back around. That's it. It's time, you know. Okay, anything else in here, please? A thief. Time is a thief. Time has gotten away from us. And it takes time to understand. It takes time to understand. And it might seem like a waste of time. Time is a thief. It's too long. It's too late. Nah, that's not true. For love, it's never too late. I might be hard ass, honey, but I'm still romantic at heart. On my private time. You're so mean, am I? You don't know me, babe. Gazelle, change and purity. Yeah, we've had to change. We've had a change in that sense of purity, leaning more towards optimism and good intentions, as opposed to allowing ourselves to give into fear and anxiety. We've had a change in a sense of purity of heart and why we're doing this, and realize it. What is that coming from? The heart's pure. Something about realizing the love is pure, that it was good. Somebody did approach this with a good heart, or that they always did. Understanding that the love is pure. Well, yeah, that's why it's under your moon. There's a pure heart there with the Queen of Cups. You know? And there was a relationship. It was an emotional relationship, bare minimum, honey. Queen of Cups with the 4 of Wands, forget about it. It was an emotional relationship. We craved the love. It's under the moon. That's it. And that was pure love then. We're overcome this particular mountain. If I seen it upright, I'm like, you have yet to get anywhere near this. Downright, you're getting close. You're overcoming that particular mountain and or challenge. Birds, there it is. There's the message. Little bird, little message. Once it starts, it starts. Okay. Yes. I promise you, boo-boo. We have the medallion here of Taurus. So as I say, you showed me some earth, so connecting to earth, you might have some very strong earth in your chart. That's interesting. The spatula here, someone likes to cook. We associate this person with cooking, or you do. Perhaps you're cooking right now. Hobby, profession, you name it. The letter L. And the camel, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Okay, you guys, I do hope this helped you. It was really beautiful. I like this one today quite a bit. It was great. I'm happy to see it. You guys, I hope it helped, like I said. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.